Forza 6 reminded me of something this past week, and it's something that I think a lot of us forget in this day and age. And that is that this hobby, this pastime of gaming, is supposed to be fun. Mind-blowing revelation, I know, but hear me out for a second. You might be saying, okay, how did a racing game make you realize that, Fairs? And the answer is, I have no idea. I don't even usually play racing games, but for some reason, Forza 6 called to me like a siren's song. I jumped into it having not played a racing game in nearly 18 years, so after all that time away, why jump into a racing game now, and better still, why talk about it? Surely I have absolutely zero authority to give a viewpoint on a racing game, right? Well, Forza 6 being set in Japan was pretty much all I needed to get me a semi-lob on. However, when I started to see stupid clips of tiny Japanese cars souped up and racing bullet trains, that semi-lob on turned into a full-mast boner, and I was balls deep.
What the fuck is this?
The bar to entry being so damn cheap as the Xbox, let me make sure I get their rebranding correct. Xbox Game Pass is something that I have had a subscription to and always do, so why wouldn't I play it? The intro section throws you into multiple racing scenarios to get you used to the overall feel of the festival, and it was pretty cool, but I'll be honest, I just kind of wanted to bugger off and do my own thing. And then after a while, I get introduced to a home base. And this is where so much of this game suddenly changed for me. You see, like I said, I haven't played a racing game for close to 18 years, and if you're a racing fan, you know that puts me firmly in one of three camps. So here, let's play a game. I'll give you some options, and I'll show you how I race, and you can guess which camp I come from. So we have Need for Speed Undercover, Burnout Paradise, or Midnight Club LA. Yeah, I fucking love Burnout. Now, I've seen a lot of backlash on social media around people racing on Forza like Burnout, and let me just say this. I get it. We are rough, stupid, and overall an aggressive bunch that slam corners, slide slam races, and generally dick about the course, following minimum drive lines, and I can completely understand how if you're playing online, that probably isn't the best experience. However, for me personally, I play this game as offline as possible. Each race is against AI, and that's because I'm well aware I belong in the special bus division of the racing scene. So let's hold no airs or graces here, but let me just explain why this is important. The Burnout games for me were such an integral part of my teens. I loved racing with friends, smashing the shit out of each other, unlocking more and more fun cars, and the whole mass damage mode too. Dude, I loved these games. Then, after Burnout Paradise, nothing. I tried other racing games, of course. I briefly got into Grid, which was cool, and I've played the Gran Turismo games and some of the Need for Speed games, and the Crew back when that had so much promise that it never delivered. Even other Forza games in the past. I tried Forza 4 because it was set in the UK and I'm from the UK. So it was my duty, as always, to play a game from where I live. I didn't gel with any of them. So here I am on my 35th birthday last week playing Forza 6 and it wasn't gelling either. Until, like I said, right around here, where I get access to the cars in the auction house. And you know what I discovered? The game wasn't the issue. I'm the issue. Because do you want to know the first thing I bought after seeing the hundreds of beautiful showcase cars? Yep, I bought a Warthog. And I drove it around for literally hours and I had an absolute ball. Leaping off of mountains, drifting around city streets, drag racing, it didn't matter, I was doing everything. Then, after a few hours, I decided to go back and relook at all the other cars and start buying up all the stupid cars I could. Now, let's play a quick game. What looks more fun? This very high-end Ferrari, which I'll never be able to afford in my entire lifetime, or this three-wheeled piece of shit with a paint job of Kim Jong-un? Yes, the answer is the Dictator tricycle. and I drove around in it for hours, fucking around recklessly, smashing around Japan in this probably quite offensive car. And you know what? I was laughing my ass off the whole goddamn time. After that, I ended up wanting something else, and that, dear viewer, is where I found it. The one car that almost made me instantly start writing this video on the spot. You see, I'm from a generation of gamers who grew up with those stupid unlocks in games. Did I ever think I wanted to play as Darth Maul as a skater? No, but I did it the second I could, because absolutely, why wouldn't I? Did I need a massive head in GoldenEye? No. Did I do it? You fucking bet I did. So when I see the South Park decaled VW camper, this is a work of fucking art that belongs in a goddamn museum. It's on bid for cheap, and I began to bid because it takes me back to those simpler, dumber times. And I ended up in this furious bidding war with this one other guy who wouldn't back down at 8 AM on a Sunday morning. And as I finally began to run out of money from buying up tons of dumb cars, I found myself pleading with him to just give up and finally let me have this bus. When all of a sudden, he did. And now it's mine. Now I can drive around at 50 miles an hour and enjoy this stupid, utterly ridiculous cars. You see, there are a few worries I have sometimes when I make videos, especially on games I'm not heavily versed in like this. I worry about things like, oh man, I know I can't race for shit, and I'll have people commenting on that. And then I realize I'm 35 and I honestly kinda don't care. I'm too old to care. I'm too old to care if I'm playing it right or wrong, because what I am doing is playing something that is fun, and fun is why we do this. So what if you're not the best? Who cares if you can't play at a competitive level? I grew up where competitive gaming was a side activity on a gaming TV show that no one cared about, where you'd go head to head with your mate to win a t-shirt. Gaming should always be fun, and if it's making you laugh or forget about your troubles or just giving you a cozy spot to relax for the night, that's what it should be. And as I drove around with Cartman, Kyle, Stan and Kenny painted on the side of my VW bus in this homage to Japan, enjoying the sceneries and activities, I realized that in 10 years when someone mentions Forza to me, that this is what I'll remember of this game. And that's a memory that only gaming can give you. Sometimes it's important to take a step back and remember that this should be fun, and if you're not having fun, why the hell are you playing it? I don't know what your tastes are, and I don't know if you've ever played a Burnout game, but if my Burnout homies be out there, and if you miss Burnout, honest to God, you should probably check this one out. I'll be real. Honest to God, this is kind of in a similar vein. I've not played many Forzas, admittedly, but honestly, I kind of look at this as Burnout these days. This is not far off. If only we introduced takedowns and actually slamming through cars at high speed to the point where it makes them blow up. It's not far off, I'll be real with you. And I, for one, would be the first person to welcome those activities into the main game because I miss Burnout so damn much. I really, really do. Not that this is a review, but Forza 6 is an amazing game, and if I can persuade you in any way, even if you're not a racing fan like me, to go and play it and have some stupid fun, please do, because it's an amazing, truly amazing game. If this video resonates with you in any way, let me know down below, and if you've been playing Forza, I'd love to hear about that also. I appreciate you guys waiting for the videos. I know it's been a little while, but I've been sort of feeling some things out and wondering what kind of gaming videos I want to make, and this is where we're at. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to see more of my stuff, there's loads of videos, and if you want to subscribe, you can also do that, because it does mean that I'll run across you again. But that's all I've got for you. Thanks for listening to some guy having a midlife crisis about how fun a racing game can be. Fuck, I'm old.